What's going on? My name is David Page and I'm a professional musician, and my wife and I just finished our contract on board the Carnival Elation. I recently did an Ask Me Anything on Reddit and I got a question that got a big response. The question is, if the ship hit an iceberg and was going down, would you keep performing to calm the passengers or would you jump into the lifeboat? I have a feeling that this question was asked mostly out of jest. However, it was one of the questions that had the most upvotes, so I assume a lot of people wanted to know about this. Despite how it's portrayed in the movie Titanic, I would not keep performing. Every crew member on the ship is assigned a station bill number, and depending on that station bill number, each crew member has an assigned responsibility in the event of an emergency. Some of those jobs might be hallway guide or muster station leader or even lifeboat operator. I have Stephanie's station bill right here. I was looking for mine, but I found hers first and we had the same role. So this would be the exact same whether it was mine or hers. Three things that it shows here that are important. It shows the emergency role as checker, the emergency team as passenger muster team, and the emergency station as passenger muster station A. Where it says crew alert instruction, it says muster station A. So we were supposed to report to muster station A when it would say crew alert. In the event of an emergency, there's going to be a few different alarms that would happen. The first alarm would let first stage response teams know what they're supposed to do. The second alarm would be crew response. That's where we would go to our assigned positions. Then the third alert would be a general alert and would inform passengers that it is time to go to the muster station. Stephanie and I both were required to go to different trainings in order to learn how to use the checker tablets. Once we had completed that training, we were then assigned our emergency roles. I was assigned as the primary tablet holder and Stephanie was assigned to the deputy tablet holder. That meant that the two of us would stand in our position and I would be the one operating the tablet while Stephanie would be kind of wrangling people to come check in with me. Additionally, if anything had happened to me where I was unable to operate the tablet, Stephanie has also completed the training for that, and as the deputy tablet holder, she would step up into my position and she would be the one to operate the tablet. Now, we were not the only crew members that were stationed at muster station A that were assigned to be checkers. In fact, there were several of us. However, there was a chart, and based on everybody's station bill number, you were positioned in different places. So in the event of an emergency, as each guest would get to muster station A, if they came in on the 9th floor, Stephanie and I would be the ones to check them in. All of the tablets around the ship were all connected to the same network, and so anyone who was checked in or not checked in at any given station, we would be able to find out who that was and where they might be pretty quickly. On our station bill, it says, under abandoned ship process, remain at your station until survival craft embarkation announcement. So we would wait until survival craft lifeboat number 3 was called, and then Stephanie and I would have made our way from muster station A to lifeboat number 3. Once we had arrived at the survival craft embarkation station, it would then be our job to account for the correct number of passengers and guides are sent to the craft at lifeboat 3. At that point, we would be able to join the guests and the crew on the lifeboat and hopefully safely make it to shore. There was a comment that said, assuming we have enough lifeboats to go around these days, I don't see why he wouldn't jump on a lifeboat. Addressing this, there are more than enough lifeboats and more than enough life crafts just in case any particular lifeboat or life raft or anything were to not be working. There's more than enough for all of the passengers and all of the crew to be able to get to safety. I'm going to read the following information off of an official Carnival sheet with information about the Carnival Elation. There are 14 lifeboats with an occupancy of 150 each. That's a total occupancy of 2,100. There are 4 rescue or water shuttle boats. The occupancy for each of those is 149, and that is a total occupancy of 596 people. Then there are 36 launchable life rafts with an occupancy of 25 each for a total occupancy of 900 people, and 36 life rafts, also with an occupancy of 25 people each for a total occupancy of 900, equals 4,496. With a full guest occupancy of 2,697 and a total crew, including officers and crew, of 900, so a total maximum occupancy of 3,597. That leaves an additional 899 spots on all of the given life crafts. Tina Fey wrote that every cruise ship worker gets trained in firearms and survival just in case there's a disaster and they have to take charge of a lifeboat. Is there any truth at all to this? And the answer is no. We did not have to get trained in firearms. However, each crew member does have a different safety responsibility. Some of those responsibilities include the lifeboat operator. In order to ensure the safety of everybody on board, there is going to be a primary and a deputy for almost every single safety position, just in case something happens. Did you play during the Titanic? Yes, we died in 1912. And this one might be my favorite because I had to work to understand the joke. They said, "Do you know nearer my God to thee?" And when I looked it up, I discovered everything that I have to share about my experience as a cruise ship musician in the event of an emergency. And if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If not, then I'll see you in the next video. See ya.